The platform operating under the domains Ezupicerink.net and Ezupi-crink.co presents itself as an international broker with long-standing experience, advanced technology, global regulatory oversight, and secure trading conditions. At first glance, the website looks polished, professionally built, and convincingly structured, with bright panels, a range of account plans, references to major financial authorities, and claims of cooperation with respected liquidity providers. But a detailed investigation shows that this appearance is nothing more than a carefully crafted shell designed to hide the absence of any real company, any real license, and any real trading infrastructure. Every verifiable element collapses the moment it is checked. Despite the suggestion that the domain has existed since the year 2017, the actual activity connected with the project begins only in the year 2025, and the infrastructure is fully masked by Cloudflare, which hides every trace of ownership and location. The platform claims to operate with licenses from the Dubai Financial Services Authority, the Commission de Surveillance du Secteur Financier, the Vanuatu Financial Services Commission, and the United Kingdom Financial Conduct Authority. These are powerful names that may reassure inexperienced investors, but none of these authorities list Ezupicerink or any similar company in their public registers. There is not a single license number, not a single certificate, and not a single legal entity connected to the project. The Dubai regulator does not register unlicensed contract for difference platforms operating outside the DIFC zone at all, and the use of its logo on the Ezupicerink website is not a misunderstanding, but a deliberate attempt to impersonate supervision. When a platform chooses to fabricate all of its regulatory ties, it signals not carelessness, but intention. The physical addresses advertised on the website show the same pattern of deception. A Hungarian address leads to a well-known virtual office building used by dozens of unrelated businesses and does not appear in the country's corporate registry. A Cypriot address on Themistocles Dervey Street in the Hawaii Tower building has become infamous in recent years because it repeatedly appears in connection with fraudulent brokers that have already been exposed. References to the Seychelles are equally empty. The Seychelles regulator confirms that no company by this name has ever been licensed. These addresses serve one purpose only: to create an illusion of international presence, while ensuring that no investigator can connect the project to a real, accountable entity. The minimum deposit required by Ezupicerink is set at $1,000, and the platform promotes various account upgrades accompanied by promises of insurance, enhanced tools, and improved trading conditions. None of these promises have legal or financial grounding. Deposit insurance is not a service that brokers themselves can provide, and leverage of 1 to 100 or even 1 to 200 is illegal for firms that claim European or British oversight. Users report constant pressure from so-called managers urging them to increase deposits under the pretext that higher tiers offer better profit potential or enable faster withdrawal processing. These tactics are not investment features, but methods of extracting as much money as possible before the platform eventually breaks contact. Independent reviews across multiple anti-fraud communities confirm the pattern. Clients describe attempted withdrawals that are silently ignored or immediately blocked. Many report that after requesting their money back, their managers either disappear or insist that additional payments must be made first, calling them taxes, verification fees, or security deposits. Once the user follows these instructions, new requirements appear. In many cases, balances suddenly drop to zero or accounts become inaccessible. Several review platforms note that clients are already seeking chargebacks through their banks, which is a common indicator that a service is not merely unprofessional, but intentionally fraudulent. The fact that the two domains associated with the project appear in numerous scam directories reinforces the conclusion that this is not a misunderstanding or an isolated failure, but a systematic scheme. Another important factor is the manipulation of domain age. The Ezupicerink domain technically dates back to the year 2017, but there is no evidence of active use throughout those years. No archived pages, no operational history, No corporate records and no digital footprint suggest that the site was dormant until the year 2025, when it was revived for the launch of the current project. This tactic is frequently used by scam platforms to mislead users into assuming that an old domain equals an experienced company, when in reality, the age is nothing more than an unused shell purchased on the secondary market. The trading environment offered by the platform raises even more concerns. Instead of providing transparent access to widely recognized trading systems, such as MetaTrader, Ezupicerink relies on a proprietary web interface that cannot be independently verified. Such platforms often allow complete manipulation of price feeds, execution speed, and trade results. With a custom web terminal, the operator can fabricate charts, slow down orders, display false balances, and present simulated trading outcomes that give investors the impression that their funds are growing. In reality, the user sees only numbers controlled by the platform, not a reflection of real market activity. Taken together, these elements form a coherent picture. Ezupicerink is not a regulated broker and not a legitimate investment service. It is an unlicensed, anonymous scheme built around false regulators, false addresses, false liquidity providers, and false promises of safety. It operates through at least two interconnected domains, hides its ownership, pressures clients to deposit larger amounts, blocks withdrawals, and relies on a website structure commonly found in networks of coordinated scam operations. Nothing about its behavior aligns with recognized financial standards, while everything about it matches established patterns of high-risk fraud. For anyone who has already deposited funds into this platform, immediate steps should be taken to preserve evidence. All communication should be saved, including emails, screenshots of the dashboard, transaction records, and any demands for additional payments. No further funds should be sent under any circumstances, because each payment only deepens the loss. The user should contact their bank to explore the possibility of disputing the transaction and blocking future charges. Scam brokers rely on silence and delay. Swift action is essential. A legitimate financial license is not simply text on a web page. It is a verifiable record within an official regulatory database. Ezupicerink has chosen to replace that record with borrowed logos, fabricated statements, and decorative addresses. A platform that constructs its credibility out of fiction cannot protect anyone's money because the truth it hides most carefully is that it never intended to.